Good morning, winners, and welcome to another episode of Winning Wednesdays with your host, Melisa Dunkley-Smith, right here on Hillary Encourages. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. How are you all doing this morning? So today's encouragement is entitled Dare to be Different. And being different means that opposition will come. Being different will mean that you will have to walk the lonely road sometimes. And being different means you have to stand firm in your faith. So in Daniel chapter 6, we saw where Daniel was chosen from 120 governors. No, Daniel was a man who operated in excellence, and the word of God said that an excellent spirit was in him. Because Daniel was chosen to be second in command, that brought about some jealousy. And so the other governors plot up a scheme against Daniel. Now they could not find any fault with him. And so they said, all right, we're going to use his religion against him. And so they went to the king and they told the king that for the next 30 days, any man that prayed to any other god or man except for the king should be thrown in the lion's den. And so Daniel would not compromise. Daniel decided that he would not bow. And so Daniel would go up to his room, open his windows to Jerusalem, and pray 3 times a day. What a man. Daniel was willing to walk the lonely road. And so they would have went back to the king and told him that this man Daniel was disregarding his instructions. Remember that the decree would have been signed and sealed, and after this decree was signed, stamped, sealed, it cannot be changed or altered. And so Daniel was thrown in the lion's den. Now, I just want to encourage somebody this morning. Dare to be a Daniel. Dare to stand alone, even if it means that you have to walk the lonely road. Do not compromise your faith. And so you see, it takes courage to be different. And courage means doing something even though you're afraid. Daniel was willing to stand firm in his faith, even if some fear was there. He decided that he was going to he was not going to bow. He was going to pray to his God. And so just like Joseph was not liked by his brothers, but favor was on Joseph's life. And so the word of God said in Romans 12, verse 2, be ye not conformed to the world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of our minds. So I encourage you today, just as how Daniel stood up and stood firm in his faith, I want you to stand firm in your faith this morning. And so Daniel was thrown in the den, in the lion's den, because he did not obey the decree that was set out. And you see, when you serve a God and when you know that God will deliver, Daniel knew that God would have delivered him. And just like the 3 Hebrew boys who said, our God will deliver. But even if he does not deliver, we will not bow. And so I hope you're trusting God for a deliverance this morning. I hope you're trusting God. I want to encourage you to put your trust in God for a breakthrough this morning. Because if God is for you, who can be against you? And so that night the king did not eat. The king could not sleep. The king was tormented. Winners, God will torment the enemies. I say God will torment your enemies. And so when he woke up the morning, He woke up early and hurried down to the lion's den. And he said, "Oh, Daniel, servant of the living God, mighty God," even the king knew that Daniel's God was the living God. And Daniel answered and said, "O king, my God sent his angels to shut the lion's mouth." What is the lion in your life today? God will shut the lion's mouth for you. Keep trusting, keep believing, don't give up. Whatever it is that is the lion in your life, it could be sickness, could be financial constraints, it could be demonic attacks. Whatever it is, God will bring you out. And so, winners, God is able to do the impossible. Just put your faith in Him, put your trust in Him, because God is bigger than any problem that we face. And when you put your focus on God and not on your problem, then God is going to deliver you. Victory is going to be yours. Let God fight your battles. Don't fight your battles. Let God fight your battles. Daniel came out of the lion's den with not even a scratch. Not even a scratch was on his body. That's the God that we serve, winners. He's the same God. He's the same God yesterday, today, and forever. And that's what happens when you put your trust in Him. You will walk through the fire and not even smell like smoke. You will go through the flood and you won't drown because God is with you. And so I just want to encourage you this morning to stand firm in your faith, to be willing to walk the lonely road and dare to be different. Have a winning Wednesday.